How's it going, everybody? I got a video today on what are the best support units to use and why they are the best. Number one, and tied with number one, is Priests and Dark Archers. Every team uses them. Everyone except for this guy here uses 4 or more, because when you get a high enough game speed, or even not even at a high enough game speed, when you just have enough of them, every 10 levels you'll have a 25 you have a full for them 20% chance to proc. If you have 5, it's 25% chance, and more than likely you'll go 40 plus levels within the 2 minutes the priest is proc, so you are in almost an infinite proc. The more priest, the higher chance of it being, or of it happening. Now when you get a higher game speed, you can lose the amount of priest, you can lose a priest or two down to 4 like everyone else is using, because like me, they have maxed out game speed. Now, after game speed, what makes your units go faster is the movement speed. And I'll show you why right now. Actually, if I go here, go here, and scroll down, HP, attack speed, move speed. My health is only at 30%, but with the priests give a few percent, but not much. Any unit that gives move speed or more attack range, preferably move speed, but if you're going undead, it's going to be the succubus regardless, and lich, attack range and move speed. But with these guys, it's, you know, my crap gets kicked into overdrive real quick, because now I'm at 130, 156% more move speed now. So now not only are my guys moving almost 3 times as fast, they are, it's quicker. It's a whole hell of a lot quicker. Reduces the amount of time you're on stages. Elf secret skill is good, but I wouldn't prefer putting fairies in your team. I prefer putting a priest over a fairy. But after Dark Archer and Priest, the next best unit is the Drummer, because Drummer is extremely versatile. Will go in any team if you don't have the proper units. If you don't have, I would use Drummer over a Ninja of Darkness in an undead team, because the Drummer gives more attack range and gives just as much game speed and more movement speed. But after you get past those 3 main ones, which is mainly Priest and Dark Archer, you'll formulate your team. Whatever your 2 core is, you'll build around it. So if you're Elf, you'll do Alchemist or Forest Guardian, but the sad thing is Drummer still gives 1% more move speed over the Forest Guardian. So I would say if you have a Drummer, put him in over the Forest Guardian. Now with Undead, you're going to be using like Lich and Succubus, and for Human, you're going to be using, honestly, I have no idea. When the new update comes out in about a month or so, I was hearing it's going to be about the end of this month, or in the, somewhere in November. The Steampunk will increase the max range of human units by 5% each. Medusa is going to replace Dad. Oh, hi Chelsea. But other than that, the best units to use to formulate your team with are the ones that increase game speed if you don't have much of anything else. It's just straight the game speed is the best thing. Once you get that up high enough, you'll notice your runs will drop in time a lot faster. Now, the reason why Dark Archers are better than Drummers is because, for me, if I'm using 11 Dark Archers, but I'll say I'm using 10 just for the easy math, if I'm on stage 4,000, I'll get 10 million medals, and I revive, I go back down to stage 2,000, and I have to advance 2,000 stages to gain another 10 million medals. Over the Drummers, with reviving with them, even though they give more medals, if I revive back at stage 1, I have to go 4,000 stages. So in order to get the 10 million medals, I now have to go through 4,000 stages. Well, let's say it'd be 11 million, just because the 10% extra each. But by the time I would go from 1 to 4,000 with a full team of Drummers, I would have already went twice with the Dark Archers, because 2,000 to 4,000 is half the distance. So I would get 20 million medals off the Dark Archers compared to the 11 or 12 million I'd get off the Drummers. So that's why Dark Archers are better. But back to the team building, your team will consist of at least 4 priests. That's just the golden number. If you feel you need a different unit, plop it in. Just saying, if you have priests, use them. Then after priests, your Dark Archers will be in your revival book, and then after that, it'll be Drummers and then tribe-specific units. Now, I'm hoping this will be a video that I don't need to, make a new one every time new support units come out. But the main things you want to focus on are game speed, movement speed, level skipping. So, in short, those are the 3. And even if you need to do a 4-core for farming materials, my other video explains why it's better just to do 2-core and suck it up for a day, and put your metals into 2 other units, or even just into a single core to farm a higher level, like how mine is right now. I can do 28. I used to never be able to do 28, and well, there you go, done. 3C materials like that. Instead of having a 4 core where I'd only be able to do 28 or even 27 if I recall. But after that, your artifacts, any artifacts that give more metals and that give more game speed is recommended. Anything that, more metals, there's a nice efficiency trade-off, but any of the artifacts that give game speed or more metals, use them. There's only a few that give game speed. I know these here, the lion hide. These ones give more game speed if you have not many artifacts. Use those ones. The game speed helps tremendously. But other than that, like I said, 3 main things you want to focus are priests, dark archers, drummers, or game speed, move speed, and level skipping. Other than that, that's just the best way to formulate a team. Anything else isn't really needed. I tried from my other videos, I went back to this because this is stronger than the other, using all my trans 3 units and getting the super buffs. Not until way late game, those really don't do much. You're better off putting those metals into these units. And other than that, that would be all that's going to be in this video. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments, on Reddit, on any Discord or Line, or anywhere really that I'm on. I will reply. And there's also a lot of other helpful people on all 3 of those. Even YouTube. I've had a couple of my friends comment on it as well to help others as well. So yeah. Well, thanks for watching, guys.